May 3rd. Kill self now. Self dethroned. That is the lesson. But in its place, put love for me, knowledge of me. Self, not only dethroned, but dead. A dead self is not an imprisoned self. An imprisoned self is more potent to harm. In all training, in mine of you and in yours of others, let self die. But for each blow to the life of self, you must at the same time embrace and hold fast the new life, life with me. It is not a dead self that men have to fear, but a thwarted, captive, imprisoned self. That self is infinitely more self-centered than the self allowed full play. But to you, my children, I teach a higher science law than even freedom of the self. I teach death to the self. No repressions, just death. Petty self-life exchanged for divine life. And now I can make more clear to you what I would say about forgiveness of injuries. It is one of my commands that as you seek my forgiveness, so you must forgive. But what you do not see is that you, the self in you, can never forgive injuries. The very thought of them means self in the foreground. Then the injury, instead of appearing less, appears greater. No, my children, as all true love is of God and is God, so all true forgiveness is of God and is God. The self cannot forgive. Kill self. Cease trying to forgive those who fretted or wronged you. It is a mistake to think about it. Aim at killing the self now, in your daily life, and then, and not until then, you will find there is nothing that even remembers the injury, because the only one injured, the self, is dead. As long as it recurs to your mind, you deceive yourself if you think it forgiven. Forgiving injuries can be one way of feeding a self-life. Many deceive themselves in this.